Join me as I try to explain the norm of reciprocity in the simplest terms possible. Let's see if I can make it clear enough for anyone to understand. The norm of reciprocity is a fundamental social rule that shapes our interactions and relationships. It's the unspoken expectation that when someone does something for us, we owe them something in return. This concept is so ingrained in our culture that it's almost second nature. But have you ever stopped to think about how it really works? Many people struggle to find the perfect balance between giving and receiving in social situations. Some of us are natural givers, always looking for ways to help others, while others are more reserved, only giving when it's absolutely necessary. But what happens when we give too much without getting anything in return? We start to feel resentful, taken advantage of, and even angry. On the other hand, when we receive without giving back, we can feel guilty, ashamed, or even indebted. This balance is tricky to maintain, and it's easy to get caught up in the fear of being taken advantage of. We might start to question people's motives, wondering if they're only being kind to us because they want something in return. This fear can lead us to put up walls, protecting ourselves from potential exploitation. But in doing so, we might also shut out the possibility of genuine connections and meaningful relationships. As we navigate these complex social dynamics, it's essential to recognize that the norm of reciprocity is a two-way street. We need to be aware of our own giving and receiving patterns, making sure we're not overdoing it in either direction. By being mindful of this balance, we can build stronger, more authentic relationships based on mutual respect and trust. Let's look at some real-life examples of reciprocity in action. Have you ever received an unexpected favor from a friend, only to feel compelled to return the favor? Maybe someone helped you move into a new apartment, and you felt the need to take them out for dinner as a thank you. This is reciprocity at its best, a kind gesture sparking a chain reaction of kindness. On the flip side, have you ever felt pressure to return a favor because you felt obligated, rather than genuinely wanting to? This can lead to resentment and even damage the relationship. It's essential to recognize the difference between genuine reciprocity and forced obligation. When we give or receive with an expectation of repayment, it can create an unhealthy dynamic. In some cultures, reciprocity is deeply ingrained in daily life. For example, in some African communities, when someone receives a gift, they're expected to reciprocate with a gift of equal or greater value. This creates a sense of mutual respect and balance within the community. However, it can also lead to an emphasis on material possessions over genuine connections. In contrast, some societies prioritize selflessness and altruism, encouraging individuals to give without expectation of return. This can foster a sense of community and social responsibility, but it can also lead to burnout and exhaustion, if not balanced with self-care. One powerful story that illustrates the impact of reciprocity is the phenomenon of free hugs that spread across the globe a few years ago. Strangers would offer hugs to strangers, with no expectation of payment or reciprocity. It was a beautiful display of human connection and kindness, and it sparked a wave of similar initiatives around the world. The norm of reciprocity has the power to shape our personal relationships and societal dynamics. By recognizing its influence, we can foster deeper connections, build stronger communities, and create a more compassionate world. Thanks for watching, and I'd love to hear from you. How has reciprocity played a role in your life? Share your experiences in the comments below. And if you're interested in learning more about social psychology, be sure to check out our next video on the power of social influence.